Lijep pozdrav, dragi moji, drage moji. Dobrodošli u novu follow-up lekciju našeg serijala konverzacijski engleski. U današnjoj lekciji fokusirat ćemo se na present perfect, odnosno na formiranje yes no questions i na formiranje odričnih oblika. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. Naša prva rečenica glasi I have finished my homework. Dakle, završila sam svoju zadaću. Kako ćemo pitati da li si ti završila svoju zadaću? Have you, tako je, have you finished svoju, odnosno tvoju, your, tako je, your homework. Have you finished your homework? A kako ćemo reći, ja nisam završila svoju zadaću? I haven't, tako je, I haven't finished my homework. I haven't finished my homework. She has visited Paris. Dakle, ona je posjetila Pariz. Nije bitno kada. Kako ćemo pitati da li je ona posjetila Pariz? Has she visited Paris? Has she visited Paris? A odlična rečenica, ona nije posjetila Pariz. She hasn't, tako je, visited Paris. She hasn't visited Paris. He has read that book. On je pročitao tu knjigu. Da li je on pročitao tu knjigu? Has he read that book? Has he read that book? On nije pročitao tu knjigu. He hasn't read that book. He hasn't read that book. We have traveled to Italy. Da li ste vi putovali u Italiju? Have you, tako je, have you traveled to Italy? Have you traveled to Italy? Mi nismo putovali za Italiju. We haven't traveled to Italy. We haven't traveled to Italy. Ponavljajte, to je jako bitno. You have met my sister. Dakle, upoznao si ili upoznala si moju sestru. Da li sam ja upoznao tvoju sestru? Ne mogu da se sjetim. Have I met your sister? Have I met your sister? Ti nisi upoznao moju sestru. You haven't met my sister. You haven't met my sister. I have never tried sushi. Dakle, nikada nisam probala sushi. Sad trebamo pitati da li si ti ikada probala sushi. Kako dobivamo riječ ikada? Samo od riječi never odbijemo n i dobijemo riječ ever. Pa ćemo da pitamo kako. Have you ever tried sushi? Have you ever tried sushi? Nikada nisam probala sushi. I have never tried sushi. I have never tried sushi. She has watched the movie twice. Dakle, 2 puta je gledala film, neki određeni film. Pitamo da li je ona gledala film 2 puta. Has she watched the movie twice? Has she watched the movie twice? Ona nije gledala film 2 puta. She hasn't watched the movie twice. She hasn't watched the movie twice. Oni su živjeli u ovom gradu godinama, odnosno oni žive u ovom gradu godinama. They have lived in the city for years. Pitanje, da li oni žive u ovom gradu godinama? Have they lived in this city for years? Vidite, vaša bi vjerovatno prva neka reakcija bila da pravite pitanje sa do. Do they live in this city for years? Što, hajmo reći, nije neka velika greška, nažalost. To se danas dosta čuje u svakodnevnoj komunikaciji u svijetu. Međutim, mi znamo kada mislimo na neki duži period, dakle znamo da svi mi negdje živimo, počevši od jedne tačke, pa to uglavnom danas još uvijek traje. Dakle, mi znamo da za taj aspekt moramo da koristimo present perfect. Pa stoga budite oprezni kada prevodite sa našeg na engleski. Dakle, ukoliko je u vašoj glavi da li vi živite u ovom gradu godinama, dakle trebate posebno sa tim glagolom živjeti da budete svjesni ovog perfekatskog aspekta. Ok. Kako ćemo reći, oni ne žive u ovom gradu godinama. They haven't lived in this city for years. They haven't lived in this city for years. He has completed the project. Dakle, on je završio projekat. Da li je on završio projekat? Has he completed the project? Has he completed the project? Odlična rečenica. He hasn't completed the project. He hasn't completed the project. We have cleaned the house. Dakle, mi smo očistili kuću. Pospremili, očistili, ajmo reći. Da li ste vi očistili kuću? Have you cleaned the house? Have you cleaned the house? Mi nismo očistili kuću. We haven't cleaned the house. We haven't cleaned the house. She has learned to play the guitar. Da li je ona naučila, još uvijek uči, da svira gitaru? Has she learned to play the guitar? Has she learned to play the guitar? Ona nije naučila da svira gitaru. She hasn't learned to play the guitar. She hasn't learned to play the guitar. They have visited the Grand Canyon. Da li su oni posjetili Grand Canyon? Have they visited the Grand Canyon? Have they visited the Grand Canyon? Oni nisu posjetili Grand Canyon. They haven't visited the Grand Canyon. They haven't visited the Grand Canyon. I have received your email. Dakle, primio sam tvoj email. Da li si primio moj email? Have you received my email? Have you received my email? Nisam primio tvoj email. I haven't received your email. I haven't received your email. We have cooked dinner. Dakle, mi smo skuhali večer. Da li ste vi skuhali večer? Have you cooked dinner? Have you cooked dinner? Mi nismo skuhali večer. We haven't cooked dinner. We haven't cooked dinner. She has passed the driving test. Dakle, ona je položila vozački ispit. Da li je ona položila vozački ispit? Has she passed the driving test? Has she passed the driving test? Ona nije položila vozački ispit. She hasn't passed the driving test. She hasn't passed the driving test. They have adopted a rescue dog. Dakle, usvojili su, ako se tako može reći, spašenog psa, dakle psa koji je spašen sa ulici. Pitanje, da ne pitanje. Have they adopted a rescue dog? Have they adopted a rescue dog? Oni nisu usvojili psa sa ulici. They haven't adopted a rescue dog. They haven't adopted a rescue dog. He has written a novel. Da li je on napisao roman? Has he written a novel? Has he written a novel? On nije napisao roman. He hasn't written a novel. He hasn't written a novel. Mary has lost her keys. Da li je Mary izgubila svoje ključeve? Has Mary lost her keys? Has Mary lost her keys? Mary nije izgubila svoje ključeve. Mary hasn't lost her keys. Mary hasn't lost her keys. He has painted the living room. Dakle, okrečio je dnevnu sobu, dnevni boravak. Da li je on okrečio dnevni boravak? Has he painted the living room? Has he painted the living room? On nije okrečio dnevni boravak. He hasn't painted the living room. He hasn't painted the living room. They have found a new apartment. Dakle, našli su novi stan. Da li su oni našli novi stan? Have they found a new apartment? Have they found a new apartment? Oni nisu našli novi stan. They haven't found a new apartment. They haven't found a new apartment. He has fixed the car. Da li je on popravio auto? Has he fixed the car? Has he fixed the car? On nije popravio auto. He hasn't fixed the car. He hasn't fixed the car. John has started a new job. Dakle, John je počeo sa novim poslom. Dane pitanje će da glasi: Has John started a new job? Has John started a new job? Odlična rečenica. John hasn't started a new job. John hasn't started a new job. Sigurna sam da sada većina vas razmišlja kako ovo vrijeme uopšte nije teško. Da, uopšte nije teško kada trebamo praviti upitne i odrične rečenice. Međutim, problem se javlja kada mi trebamo da provedemo neku rečenicu koja je onako vezana za prošlost, pa nekako idemo odmah na simple past, ne razmišljamo da bi to možda mogao biti present perfect. Pa eto, to je ono na što danas ja želim da vam skrenem pažnju. Dakle, kad prevodite rečenice koje zvuče kao da su u prošlosti, dakle u našem jeziku, mi ih prevodimo koristeći naše prošlo vrijeme, malo zastanite pa razmislite da li bi možda present perfect više odgovarao u duhu engleskog jezika. Do naredne lekcije vas svakako sve lijepo pozdravljam i vidimo se uskoro.